With August recess just around the corner, time is running out for Congress to reauthorize the government's Import-Export Bank, which is set to expire on September 30th. One America's Amanda House has more on how the bank is shaking up traditional party lines and causing a headache for both political parties.
The clock is ticking for Congress to figure out what it's going to do about the Export-Import Bank. It's an issue that's highlighting political infighting among Republicans and Democrats. That's right, even Democrats who for a week seemed all on board with reauthorizing the bank are now arguing amongst themselves. Democrat Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia wants to roll back EXIM's prohibition of funding coal projects abroad, a provision that, as you can imagine, is not going over very well with the party's environmentalist groups. The Republican Party is also fighting about what to do. Powerful business groups support the bank's reauthorization, saying the bank helps U.S. firms compete overseas. According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, one of the bank's biggest supporters, in 2013 alone, the Export-Import Bank provided financing for nearly $40 billion in U.S. exports, supporting more than 200,000 American jobs, with nearly 90% of its transactions helping small and mid-sized businesses. Christopher Wink, Senior Director for International Policy of the Chamber, told One America News that getting out of the Export-Import Bank would put American exporters and the workers they employ at a unique and sharp competitive disadvantage in global markets. But opposition from the party's Tea Party wing say this is just another example of crony capitalism. Tim Phillips is president of Americans for Prosperity, a conservative political advocacy group that's been leading the charge against EXIM's reauthorization.
A government should not be picking winners and losers in the marketplace. It's not fair to folks who don't have the lobbyist connections who can get that taxpayer-backed money. We're asking our activists and folks out there to call their members of Congress, especially the House Republicans, and here's why. Republicans have the rhetoric on limited government and not doing this social welfare program or corporate welfare program. This is a chance to vote in the exact same lockstep, if you will, with the rhetoric that's out there on the campaign trail.
Tea Party critics point out that in a $3.5 trillion federal budget, cutting the bank would be inconsequential, and any crusade to shut the bank down is akin to making a mountain out of a molehill. Critics call this just another stunt by political ideologues to galvanize a base hungry for something to be done about our national debt. Amanda House, One America News, Washington.